Armored Core lore, Roadie, a lynx who was once seen as only able to take out a pack of normals. He would become a fearless foe who was both respected and stood toe-to-toe with the best of the league. This is Roadie. His story is one of what hard work can do for a lynx. Starting off, Roadie, like a few, would be found to have AMS compatibility before the Lynx War. However, the tests would show he had a weak or low compatibility with the system, making other corporations shy away from him. Yet this low AMS pilot would be taken under the wing by a certain corporation, namely Global Armaments. The reason for this was at the time this corporation was looking to build up their next numbers by developing a neck that even a low AMS pilot would be able to use and gain victory. The outcome of this goal would be the GAN-01 Sunshine E, a GA craft that would be given to low AMS capability lynx like Roadie and another lynx by the name of United Mons. Because of this, Roadie would not be noted as an original, due to him not piloting a lynx during the National Dismantling War. Instead, he would fall into being the next generation of lynx, much like Anatolia's mercenary. During the Lynx War, Roadie would use this time to grow in his experience as a lynx and how to best use his next. Although he is never seen by Anatolia's mercenary during this time, except during a simulation match. It would not be a stretch to say that should the mercenary not take a mission from GA, that Roadie would step up to take the mission in his place, as his loyalty to GA seemed to be known already. Another reason for his need to grow may have come from the fact that during the Lynx War, GA would lose not one but two lynx, namely Menu-Ru, GA's ace and strongest original, and United Mon, who would die on the mission Into the Womb. However, it seems that unlike United Mons, Roadie seemed to know his limit, as after the death of United Mons on this mission, there is no mention or hint that Roadie tries to take this mission on himself, perhaps an indication that this lynx knew his skills was not enough to deal with this sort of mission. Though there is no proof of this, the fact is Roadie would continue to grow and develop as an ex-pilot, and would start to become skilled in both piloting his next and on the fields of battle. This would allow him to survive the Lynx War as now a veteran of war. It would be years later with the creation of Collard and Lynx that led him to be ranked 4th out of all Collard nexts, making his skill level near that of lynx like Ostava, Lillian Wolcott, and Windy Fanchen. No longer was he a lynx who would struggle against a pack of normals. Instead, his loyalty to his corporation and battle experience has him communicating with lynx some would consider elite mercenaries, the best of the best, and is even asked during the attack on Big Books to join, as he knows about the place. It's during this time that Roadie's rise would place him as GA's top lynx, a hardened battle veteran from the Lynx War, who could use his outdated craft to great effect, even against newer and better equipped nexts. Even with this rise, though, Roadie would not be seen too much in the events of Armored Core for answer. He is heard during the radio chatter between Collard's lynx, so the new lynx took out Mother Will, showing he, like other lynx of Collard, are keeping their eyes on the rising Strayed. He would later, if Strayed stays loyal to the League, be offered as a consort during the mission Attack the Anti-Satellite Cannons. Here, the lynx is very open with Strayed, as he says the following.
This is GA's next. Feedback reporting. I've heard all about you, Lynx. Carry out this mission as you see fit. Don't worry about this old bastard here.
It's a sign of respect, really, as the older lynx seems to recognize the skill of his partner, and is happy to let Strayed perform this mission as he sees fit. Should Roadie meet Neonidus on this mission, the older lynx also offers Strayed some words of wisdom about the weapons of their foe.
New model coach for weaponry, eh? Not the fastest attack, but a few hits can be fatal. Take care to evade them.
This is not Roadie's only appearance, however what is important to note here is what is said should Roadie remain with Strayed and not be forced to retreat on this mission.
But anti-satellite batteries? It's hard not to question what's going on here.
This is important as it reinforces a point that even high-ranking lynx did not know about the closed plan. A minor point, but still important to note. Moving on with Roadie's story, it's here that we come to a split, as again some reports will state that Roadie and Strayed worked together to take out the cannons before he, like many other lynx, stopped fighting Orca by the League command. Or there is another report, one that states he would join up with 4 other lynx to take down Old King and Strayed, should the lynx have chosen to down Cradle 3. It's here during the battle the skills of Roadie are shown, as even as a single foe, the GA lynx can down even a newer craft, and some reports state that if he should down Strayed, he will say,
Too bad. Such a waste of young talent.
Again, showing that Roadie recognises the talent Strayed had, but could not let him use it to kill hundreds of innocent people. It's also here that Roadie, out of all the links sent to take down Old King Strayed, is very grounded. He does not mock nor preach about the wrong Strayed did. Instead, he says,
Well, it is what it is. Your actions were clearly deliberate. There's no point in trying to reason with you.
It's a straightforward answer that makes it very clear that in Roadie's mind it was Strayed's choice to down the Cradles. He was the one to pull the trigger, no one forced him to do it. And that alone means there is nothing to talk about, as Roadie believes that nothing will change the mind of a person that does such an act. Sadly, these may also have been the last words of the veteran, as reports state that like the other 4 links sent on this mission, Roadie would die at the hands of Strayed. Still, there are many reports, and some will say the veteran lived on serving GA, while others will state that he died trying to stop a monster. A hero or just a man trying to make best with what he's got. He certainly showed that no matter an AMS level, that any links can become something. We now move on to take a look at feedback, the next of this pilot. Let us start by stating that feedback is a modified GAN 01 Sunshine E, with changes to the right back weapon, paint, and tuning. If a pilot should climb into feedback during the early stages of the Linksaw, they will find feedback to feel heavy. The neck feels hard to boost off the ground, and due to its slight unbalance, feedback will also wobble a bit in the air. Its speed is average to be kind, as fast necks will force feedback to have to turn quickly, otherwise risk taking shots to the back. Its energy use is fair, but a link should not treat feedback as a nex that can quick boost to dodge everything, as it can't. But with its impressive high ballistic defense, it can take hits, and this is where this nex shines. That said, however, feedback suffers heavy damage from energy weapons. Taking a hit from any energy weaponry is going to cut its armor points quickly, so a link should avoid these. However, if not possible, then using cover to block these shots or quick boosting is going to be key here. But this is just the body of feedback. Its weapons are another story, since the craft was designed with causing huge damage. With its weapon arms, the GAN 01 SSAW, these bazooka arms are deadly and can take out lightweight nicks in no time at all. The problem with these arms is that the projectiles are slow. Faster moving neck with good quick boosting abilities will be able to dodge these shots, so links will have to stay close to their foe to get a hit, or play a more defensive style of fighting, waiting for a chance to line up and shoot, all the while causing damage with feedback's missiles. Speaking of which, here is the change mentioned before, as feedback's right weapon is a Vermilion 01 instead of the standard issued Palette 01. The Vermilion 01 is a good match for feedback, as if a lynx can't get a good lock on their foe to hit hard with the arms, the Vermilion 01 is there to assist, able to hit a neck 9 times out of 10 with its volley of missiles. Used in combination with the weapon arms, feedback benefits greatly if a lynx can use these missiles as a way to force a foe into the sight of its bazooka arms. It can also be used with the other missiles feedback has, in a mass of missiles that chip away at the foe or allow feedback to close the gap, as the foe concentrates on dodging this mass of missiles. Finally, we come to the Poplar 01. These are good missiles. It's a case of it does what it says on the tin. They can chip away at the necks and allow feedback not to waste its arms on small foes such as empties and normals. Still, this is feedback in Armored Core 4. Is there really much change to the links climb into this next in Armored Core for answer? Yes, but not to the weapons. The only real change here is that links will see feedback has undergone a huge amount of tuning and benefits greatly from it. Its overall speed is improved, making it able to now keep up with faster necks. Its flight capabilities are also improved, meaning feedback can rain death from above with its missiles and not fall like a brick. And energy management is very easy now. You really have to be pushing feedback to make its energy drain fast. If anything, a lynx can see these improvements just by comparing a simulation max against Roadie versus his collab match, and the difference is very clear. In the end, what really can be said about Roadie and feedback? That one should never judge a book by its cover? That Roadie's story is one that proves hard work does pay off? Or was it a case of being forced to become this way, as his fellow lynx fell, leaving him to take up the mantle of showing what GA next could do? Here ends the report on Roadie and his next feedback.